Now we are going to start our presentation session, and after presentation, we will like to give you a time to ask you a question. So now we don't have enough time, so we would like to start our presentation. Dr. Pravin Mishra, welcome.
Hello everyone. At first, I would like to thank the organizer for managing the time-demanding program during COVID pandemic and inviting me to share my knowledge and experience among you all. Today, I am going to talk briefly on the role of probiotic in poultry nutrition focused on gut health. One thing you must keep in mind that I don't have any magic skills to address your all problems in this short session or even in long term immediately, but I will try my best. Yeah. How many of you know Hippocrates, father of traditional medicine? He quoted that bad digestion is the root of all evils. So simply what you need to do is heal your gut and live your life. Gut health. I guess you all know the story of six blind men and an elephant. Might heart back to school time, as in the story when a blind man hold till he think that the object is a snake. When leg he think the object is pillar, and so on. Similarly, in case of gut health also, different researchers explain in a different way. If we frankly say gut health is much more complex than discussed and expected. Gut health. Yeah, gut health refers to the balance of microorganisms inside the digestive tract. In short, the victory of good, or we can say non-pathogenic bacteria over pathogenic bacteria. Gut health basically includes upper and lower gastrointestinal tract, not all organs of digestive system. Gut health, also called as intestinal health, has a very impactful effects on the overall health of an individual's. As we see in figure, healthy gut can regulate the defense mechanism against several infections and also from the allergy with the help of healthy, healthy gastrointestinal barrier. Similarly, also helps in nutrient utilization and communicate with brain to regulate energy, hemostasis, and regulation, mood regulation, etc. Now, the thing is why we need to pay attention. As we discussed in previous slides, how a healthy gut regulates our body. So it is very important to pay attention. Here are some points which I will discuss. In a word, we can say healthy gut will lead you to live a healthy life. Not only linked with health, but good gut will also minimize the cost of production, as the chance of infections and mortality will be very low. Yeah. Factors linked to gut health. Major four factors linked to gut health are nutrient utilization, gut flora, or gut microflora, immune system, physical barriers. Let's start from nutrient utilization. Utilization of proper nutrition from the supplied diet, which we use during diet, is very important to yes, nutrient utilization. Utilization of proper nutrient from the supplied diet is very important to maintain the health of the intestine. Simply, we can say healthy diet means healthy gut, and healthy gut means healthy poultry. Similarly, gut microflora, one of the most important factor to maintain the health of gut A huge number of bacteria are available in the gut environment, but the fact is either they are good or bad. If the number of good bacteria is higher than the bad bacteria, so let me clear good bacteria here, I mean non-pathogenic, and bad bacteria means pathogenic bacteria. So if the number of good bacteria is higher than the bad bacteria, the gut will be healthy. Otherwise, several infections occurs, which finally lead to economic loss. Here, the infection includes coccidiosis, E. coli infections, salmonella infections, etc. Later, immune system. Immunity is the key to prevent all kind of infections in the body. So this is also directly linked to healthy gut. I don't think I need to say much more on immune system, as most of us here are from biology or medical background. It might be known to all. Last but not least, physical barriers, very important. There are several things in the diet and the body need to absorb. So the fact is the intestinal wall should be conscious about what to absorb and what not to absorb. The intestine must have to absorb nutrient from the supplied diet and reject toxic or non-required substances. So physical barriers should be strong and important as well. As we know, yeah, as we know, poultry production has grown tremendously over decades and is expected to continue growing to meet the increasing demand for the animal protein for the ever increasing global population. Here in the graph, second, here you can see in the graph, we can see the trend of increasing poultry meat production comparing to pork, beef, and sheep. Sheep is in the baseline. Most you can say sheep is almost true in baseline, so not necessary. This data is from the year 2016 to 2020. Yeah, with the increasing demand and production of animal meat, the usage of antibiotic as a growth promoter is also increasing. If you simply search antibiotic resistance in Google, it shows about 4 crores and 84 lakhs result in only 0.47 second. Think, even not a half minute. So we can assume that how serious issue this is, and this habit of using antibiotic as an antibiotic growth promoter lead to the resistance of microbial against antibiotic. As an example, the study published in Nature in 2015 shows that antimicrobial resistance infection will be the leading cause in future, sometimes like 2050. Thus, there is a growing pressure from consumers and policymakers to grow chicken free from antibiotic. Keeping AMR issue in mind, AMR stands for antimicrobial resistance in mind, AGP are banned or regulated in different jurisdictions of the world in food animal production. In 2006, European Union totally banned in the use of antibiotic in farm animals as a growth promoter. Similarly, similarly after almost a decade, that is in 2017, United States also banned in most of the states. It was regulated by FDA, Food and Drug Administration. But still very common in many countries, mostly in developing countries, and where there is no rules implemented yet. So what next? To solve these problems, we need to look for alternative approaches of using antibiotics. Here are some potential examples of alternative to antibiotic which can help some extent. Keep this in mind, not 100%. Examples are as follows: probiotic, prebiotic, immune modulator, organic acids, phytogenic additives, enzymes, clay, Among these all, today I will discuss on probiotic. Probiotic. Probiotic, which is also known as direct feed microbials, are live microorganisms which, when administered in adequate amount, enhance health condition of the host, also maintain gut health. Commonly used probiotics in livestock productions are lactic acid bacteria from the genus mostly Lactobacillus, Pedigococcus, Lactococcus, you can say Enterococcus, Streptococcus, and Leucotoc. And there are several many. I'm just added few. So common probiotics used in the livestock and poultry especially. Please have a look on it. Okay. Probiotic later. Probiotic reduces the effects of pathogenic bacteria and enhance gut environment, which is very important for a healthy environment of a poultry or any livestock. Now, probiotic as a growth promoter. Promote growth by modulating gut environment, as I already mentioned. Enhance intestinal microflora, which act as a gut barrier and enhance growth performance. That's on. Stimulate immune system, which automatically, if the immune system is good, the overall health system will be good. Now, improve nutrient utilization. As a result, body weight gain and feed conversion ratio also improved, which is a good sign for a healthy poultry or a healthy livestock. Increase the number of beneficial bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract. Beneficial bacteria here, I mean non-pathogenic bacteria. Improve energy metabolism and increase the production of certain fatty acids. Here, certain fatty acid. Certain fatty acid was production by the fermentation of probiotic or prebiotic, mainly prebiotic when there is in digestion system, digestive system, it is fermented and certain fatty acid fermented production. Here, effects on gut histomorphology. Like the positive impact on growth performance, probiotics have also positive impacts on gut histomorphology. Probiotics in diet improves histomorphological measurements like villi height, crypt depth, villi height to crypt depth ratio, and so on. These also increase the surface area of gut, and as a result, rate of nutrient absorption increase. Has to tackle the entrance of pathogens in the bloodstreams from the gut, which improve the health system of a poultry. Not only that, probiotic also improves the impairment of gut microflora, histomorphology, and barrier integrity induced due to heat stress. Heat stress, it is really a very big topic. For that, I need a separate lecture, so I will not define what is heat stress here. Effects on gut microbiota. Very interesting fact. Probiotics simply improve the diversity of bacteria in gut. Diverse gut microbiota plays a significant role in host metabolism, growth performance, nutrient digestion, and overall health of poultry. Also, this helps in gene exchange with the gut microbiome and genetic attributes to the surroundings bacteria, which helps in the tackle antibiotic resistance mainly specifically. Probiotics modulates the composition and activity of cecal microflora of boiler chickens. Cecum is the very important part of a poultry in terms of microflora or microbiota. Here we can see the major bacterial habitats and their concentration in gastrointestinal tract of chicken. Major bacteria found in crops are Lactobacilli or Streptococcus, similar in gizzard. In ileum, mainly found bacteria are Ruminococcus, cocci, Bacteriocella, Clostridia, Streptococci, and so on. Cloaca, also similar. Zika, as I earlier said, very important part. Most of the microbiome or beneficial bacteria are present in cecum, so it is a very important part of a boiler in terms of healthy gut. Conclusion. My slide is not so big. Conclusion. Just a second. Yeah, as per the discussion, we can conclude that probiotic in poultry nutrition improves growth performance, gut health, gut microbiota, immune health, and overall performance, including meat quality and laying performance. Actually, you can say best alternative approaches for antimicrobial resistance issue in this current situation. Take home message. Take home message of this talk is focus on a study of beneficial effect of non-pathogenic bacteria rather than detrimental effects of pathogenic bacteria. Here I mean to say most of the research are ongoing on infectious bacteria, isolation, characterization, infectious bacteria. So I mean, it will be better if you will find novel beneficial bacteria. So it will overcome the problems of gut microbiota and gut health. And obviously, if the gut health is improved, so overall the health of the poultry or any livestock, even in case of human, it will improve. So beneficial effect of non-pathogenic bacteria is better than doing detrimental effects of pathogenic bacteria. Thank you for your kind patience hearing. If you have any question, please ask. I will try my best to solve. Also, interested one may keep in touch. Full details about me are in given website. Thank you. The floor is open for questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pravin Mishra, for your nice presentation and your time. Now we are in question and answer session. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Harbi, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I want to ask you about the nutrition of pets. What about if we can feed animal meat? Animal meat is a bit expensive, but there are some tissues that humans are not using; they throw away. So that can be used for the poultry. So if we can use that one as a poultry feed in a nutrition perspective, so what about that? What do you think?
So I didn't get your question. So you mean to say that either we can use meat as a feed or what? I didn't get your question.
What I want to say is that in the nutrition perspective, if we can use animal meat.
Animal meat for poultry or another species?
Come again?
Animal meat for poultry species or another species?
No, animal meat for poultry feeds.
Yeah, animal meat for poultry, it is okay, but at first we need to keep in mind that we need to provide all kind of nutrients. But even it will be cost effective, it will not be cost effective. And if we add meat, animal meat in poultry diet, there is a problem of bad smell in the sense it will degrade very soon. So we prefer any chemical, not mainly we didn't prepare any meat, but rather we can prepare grains, soya meal or corn as a carbohydrate. But right now, even we are shifting towards prebiotic as a term of soybean alternative, like we can use right now, we can say cassava nut cake or macadamia nut cake. That is okay, but I don't think that using animal meat it will be fine. My personal concept, but I didn't read any articles on this, so I'm not sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Though I will check and will let you know. Yeah, please leave your email or contact. I will check and I will let you know. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Any other question? If you have a question, please unmute yourself and go ahead. Any question related to the poultry feed? Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. I just want to ask you, Dr. Mishra, what is the difference between feed additives and probiotics in terms of growth, promotion, in terms of chicken health? What's the difference between feed additives and probiotics?
Yeah, thank you. Basically, there is not a vast difference, but there is difference. Feed additive means you are adding anything. Like if you are adding some essential oils, like any omega-3 fatty acids in a feed, that is feed additives. Or you can add any herbal things, or you can add just like clay. Right now, clay is also very popular to bind the feed inside the gut. So these are things we can say feed additives. And probiotics is totally different things. Probiotic is a live organism, or we can say simply a bacteria or fungi. Am I clear?
I have one written question which says, can we use blood clotted as poultry feed?
Blood clotted as a poultry feed. First of all, blood we can use. If there is a nutrient value, you can use. But the fact is how much blood you will collect and what will the response. I didn't read any article right now. Might be I missed, but I didn't read any article regarding these things. So I'm not sure about this. But if there is evaluated nutrient profile, if there is sufficient this much I'm sure that fully undependent on blood clot it is not possible, but you can add as an additive to enhance either taste. Even poultry don't have taste bud. Actually they have, but very dominant, so it is negligible. So we can add as an additive, but not as a fully diet or fully feed. I don't think so. Am I clear?
I think it's clear. Any other question? If you have a question, please unmute yourself and go ahead. Alaikum salam, Mohammed, go ahead.
First, I'm greeting all the participants and the Dr. Michel. I will ask question, Doctor. My question is concerning about the feed of poultry. In terms of natural feeding in poultry, as naturally, how can we get the egg yolk as a yellow color in terms without using any additional color?
Yeah, very interesting questions. As we already said, natural means always natural. It is, there is no comparison with natural. So natural in the case of what kind of feed they are eating. Like there is a case in India almost around 7 or 8 months ago in South India. I'm not recognize the name of the city. There is a green color egg yolk. You might heard in news or something. Even Poultry Science Association shared this news. So at last, after the series of experiment or series of query, they just find that they eat some specific feed like grasses and these things. So the egg yolk is green. In the same way, as you said, yellow color. So it depends on what kind of feed they are eating. Recently, there is a breed named Haumi, maybe Pakistani breed, Pakistani with cross some it is not a pure breed, it's a somewhat Pakistani breed. This breed prefers grass to eat in a natural habitat. So obviously the taste and the color is quite different than that laying eggs which we use to rear in a farm. So it totally depends on what kind of feed they are eating and what is the source and what is the even color. Color of the feed is also very important in that case. So basically what types and kind of food is totally responsible for the egg yolk in this case. Thank you. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yeah, it's clear, I think.
Yeah. In additionally, if I ask another question,
Yeah, sure.
according to this, in terms of the egg yolk, just we are staying in Somalia, and Somali people they prefer their egg as a egg yolk. It is so color, it becomes so yellow color. So it is that in terms of getting yellow color, can we use what I can call as a color, and it's so effect in terms of the effect of side effect. There's a side effect, or it is a side. It have a side effect in terms of human.
Yeah, very interesting question. No, I personally I don't think there will be side effect. If the poultry is totally dependent natural products, natural feed, there is a chance of side effect very low and negligible. But if you are using any pigments in the sense of synthetic pigments, color in a food, in that case there may be a side effect. But if the poultry is totally fed on natural herbs or natural food, then the number of what you say, there is no side effect. I don't think there will be side effect. Actually, if it is totally dependent on natural feed, it will be more nutritious. If you calculate the nutrient value, I'm damn sure it will be more nutritious than the egg we buying from any farm. So I always prefer to rear in a natural field. Even recently, there is a ongoing project in the University of Hawaii, pasture-based chicken. So they don't eat anything; they just based on the pasture. They are eating grass and these things. No any additive antibiotic, no any additive feed, nothing. So natural habitat is all right. There is a chance. There is no chance of infection or any allergy. Am I clear?
That's right. Yeah. And thank you a lot.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure.
And I have another written question.
Yes, sir.
It says phytobiotics or probiotics, which is better to control Clostridium perfringens in chicken?
You said phytobiotic and probiotic.
Yes.
Yeah. As I already said, some had already similar question. Probiotic is different thing and phytobiotic is different thing. Probiotic totally microbials, so it is live microbials, and phytobiotic, as I just cleared in the previous question, phytobiotic is something like the things you are eating from nature. Like recently, a paper came out from Bangladesh Agricultural University just yesterday. Uh, the team is using neem. We also said neem, right? I just I don't remember the scientific name right now. So these are feed that is bitter in taste. They are using in a feed and examine the bactericidal effect. So that leaves is act as a phytobiotic. And even sometimes you are adding lemon leaves, or you can add any local plants based or local things. So phytobiotic and probiotic totally different things. The explanation of both are different.
Yeah. Thank you
They're
so
totally
much.
different things.
Thank you so much.
Though I personally prefer phytobiotic rather than probiotic.
Thank you so much. I have another question which says, what are the beneficial gut microbes that help in poultry growth?
Gut microbials. As I already mentioned, lactobacillus group. Generally, lactic acid bacteria, that is genus of lactobacillus, pedidococcus, lactococcus, enterococcus. This genera is commonly used in poultry and other livestock also, and this is working fine. So these are the common. There are lots of probiotic which are not known yet. Still the experiment is ongoing. Even there is novel probiotic present in different poultry species itself, but we didn't find out yet. So still there are lots of experiment ongoing, but right now these are the commonly used: lactobacillus, pedidococcus, enterococcus, streptococcus. These things, these are the commonly used in probiotic as a probiotic in poultry. Clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear. Another question. If you have a question, please don't hesitate and mute yourself and ask.
Yeah, please don't hesitate. I love to answer. That's why I prepared a short slide so that I can discuss more. The slide is just a number of pages, nothing else. The real discussion is in question answer session.
Assalamu alaikum, all of you. I would like to ask you, Professor, if there are any natural sources that we can use a growth parameter rather than probiotic, because probiotic can cause side effects.
Sorry, can you please repeat? What is not clear?
If there are natural sources that can use growth promoter, probiotic can cause side effect. So if there are natural sources.
You mean to say that if there is available natural additives, then it will be better we don't use probiotic, right?
Yeah.
Question is there. Yeah, obviously, if there is natural additives available in your locality, then 100% be sure that this is better. Probiotic is a second step in that case, because almost we need to research on the basis of locality. Like right now I'm in Nepal. There is no camel. Let us example, just for example. And if we are conducting research on camel, this is useless. If we conduct a research on camel, this is totally useless because we don't have any things neither to conduct, neither we have camels nor we have supplements. But if we will conduct a research on buffalo, poultry, then it will be okay. In the same case, if you have local stuff, local feed stuff, like suppose you have any specific, then better to use natural feed additives rather than probiotics. If not available, then it's okay. Probiotic is okay. But if there is natural additives, better try to use natural additives. Am I clear?
Thank
you. Welcome. Yeah, please. Right.
Yeah, you can ask him.
Again, I will ask another question. That question is just
sure.
We are Somalis, we're staying in Somalia. If I want to establish a small scale in a poultry farm, we get it as a feed in Somalia, like a maize and like what I can call the wheat and also soybean. In terms of that, or the source of the feed, as feed formulation, which is better by making feed formulation in maize and wheat and what I can call the soybean as a ratio, which is better.
I have to clear one
according to the poultry feed or their gut health.
Yeah, exactly. I must need to clear that what is the most available, not only available, even that must be a cost effective. Like we have both corn and maize, but the price of corn is higher and the maize is low. So we need to, during formulation, we must keep in mind that we need to provide all sufficiently nutrient and also cost effective. So we must keep in mind that what is available more and what is the price, the most important things during feed formulation. And also more or less it is similar, though in some breed wise it is varied. Like if you say boiler, the diet of boiler is totally different than the layer. Even in boiler, if you are using arbor or rose, it is quite different. Even in boiler in the rose, similar strain, they're different is growing, they have different diet. uh, Finisher, they have different diet. Starter, they have different diet. So the main thing is you need to keep in mind that what is availability of in your locality and what is the price. And regarding these things, managing these things, also all the nutrients. In that case, you can, if there is a availability of any feed that is like herbal things, you add that in the diet. Clear?
Yeah, doctor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I have another question. When should probiotics be offered in chickens, young chickens?
Very interesting question. From in ovo to hatching to finisher also. Right now there is lots of ongoing project in evo. When the egg was, even in the egg we use probiotic before hatching, and also during the time of hatching, and also after hatching. So it totally depends on the demanding of the demanding of the situation. Right now there is an ongoing project. I don't recall the exact project name, but in where was that? Sorry, I didn't recall the name. But in that experiment, there is a inclusion of probiotic and prebiotic before laying eggs, before hatching eggs. So it totally depends on the experiment and what purpose we are using. So probiotic you can use at any stage. Right now, most of the researchers are using in ovo before hatching, so that the strength of the chick is good, the quality of the chick is good, the gut health of the chick is good, so that the performance of the chick is better in future. So that most of the researchers are using in ovo experiment as well. So you can use at any time. There's no time limit.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pravin Mishra, and happy birthday to you. So now we are going to end our session. Thank you everyone for your participating. So now it is our iftar time. So tomorrow, inshallah, we will meet tomorrow in our next session. Thank you, Dr. Pravin Mishra, for again, and happy birthday to you.